KB, and I love movies. So I have done part one of my ABC challenge for the month of May, and I'm back with part two. So for part two, we're going to go N through Z on the ABC challenge, where I watch a movie, starting with those letters in the title, and it's going to be something new that I opened up or borrowed if I don't have that letter, because that happens once or twice here. If you did not see part one, please go back and watch that one, and then you could return and watch part two. That way it makes sense. But just to get started, we've left off, we went letters A through M, so we're going to start off with the letter N, and N is for Nightmare Alley. This is not the Bradley Cooper version, this is the original one from 1947. A little bit different in the story. Both of them are based on a novel, and one is more true to the novel than the other. I'll let you figure out what that is. For O, old DVD that I've had forever and a day when I was trying to collect all the great film noirs. This is Out of the Past. This is from 1947. That's right. This is also from 1947. So I went on a 3-movie marathon of 1947 movies. So this is the second one. Great film. Great film. Robert Mitchum. You also have Kirk Douglas here. And it's very hard to outshine both of them. But Jane Greer does that in this movie. So good one to check out if you're in that film noir mood. The next one that I watch is another Alfred Hitchcock movie called The Paradigm Case. This was another movie that I'd seen TCM, but not the whole thing. And I like to see how many of Hitch's movies that I could watch so that I could say at one point, I've seen them all, which will never happen. But anyway, this is another great one. And if you are familiar with the actress Valley from the Third Man, I wouldn't say The Thin Man, different movie, more funny. But from The Third Man, she's also in this one as well. For Q, Quantrill's Raiders. Yeah. Back to Hitchcock. For R, I finally checked out Rich and Strange. This is another one of his early movies from 1931, released by Kino. This was pretty interesting. I will say that much. For the letter S, I went to Spellbound. It's another one of those Hitchcock movies that I find this one a little divisive. You're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. The story is a little unbelievable, especially if you know psychoanalysts. That's all I'll say. For T, one of my favorites, got the Paramount Presents version of To Catch a Thief. The transfer was interesting looking, I would say. I can't remember what the Blu-ray looked like. I would have to get my hands on it again to check it out. But it definitely had a unique look to it compared to the way I've seen it before on TV or DVD or Blu-ray. But it was interesting. For You, I didn't grab it. For You, I watched a French movie called Under the Roofs of Paris. It was interesting. For V, I went with old Criterion, Vampire. So for those of you that like to collect things that are rare, this week there was a release, 3,000 copies, I believe, of a Blu-ray transfer of this. And if you're into Guillermo del Toro, he does an audio commentary for it on there. So if you want to try to find it, I believe I saw it on Diabolic or Orbit DVD. So check those two sites for Vampire Blu-ray and look for the one that says limited 3,000 copies. It's a pretty good one to catch. W. This is another old DVD that I've had forever, but I never opened. This is The World of Jacques Demi by his wife, a documentary by his wife, Agnes Varda. That was interesting, especially if you like Demi films. It was kind of like a timeline through his films. Made me want to go back and watch Umbrellas and some of his more popular movies. What are we up to? X? X! X is for X. Yeah, this movie is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be so much better, like the new horror movie of the ages. But I think it just got A24 hype and people just got caught up in that. It was okay, but wasn't all that. That's what I'll say. Why? Opened up my Criterion version, Blu-ray of Yi Yi, also known as a 1 and a 2. Long, but great look at a family and the family dynamic as they all deal with life, and well acted, even though I don't know any of the actors, well acted. And then to close out the alphabet with Z, Z is for zany, and it's also for Zazie dans le métro. French film, 1960, comedy, fantasy, crazy. Like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot crazy, all the time. But it was a great, fun way to close out the challenge. I had fun with this. I had fun watching Hitchcock movies. I never need an excuse for that, as you can imagine by the poster behind me. Always looking for a great reason to rewatch one of the classics, but I was happy that Ken brought up this challenge this past month. So as far as challenges for June, I haven't heard any. I'm not in the mood to watch any. So I'm just going to catch up on some of the purchases that I made this month and in the past. I hate to see a stack of unopened movies that I recently purchased. I'm approaching month 2 of trying to get my limited edition of Donnie Darko 4K. Yeah, I'm having trouble with that. And I think I might just order it from Grindhouse Video because they have an arrow sale until I think June 5th or June 3rd. I'm going to order it soon though. And we have a lot of good movies coming out this month. I already pre-ordered a few and probably pre-order more. And then looking forward to July. You know, July is all about that Criterion sale. So that will be the focus of where I drop some dough. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Thank you for watching all my videos. If you would like to do so, feel free to like and comment and subscribe. Please subscribe. And you could hit the bell notification if you want to do that. That's up to you. But I appreciate everyone who watches these videos and also have been encouraging me. All I would say is tell a friend to tell a friend and share the video and share the channel if you're into it. And I appreciate it. So until next time, go watch a movie.